Welcome to the Grantland Basketball Hour. Here's Bill, Jalen, and Zach.
Welcome to the Grantland Basketball Hour. That's Grantland's Zach Lowe. That's Grantland's Jalen Rose.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. We're claiming you for this.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
The hardcore playoff preview. Very excited for this. We're going to break down as much of the playoffs as we can, and also leave some stuff for the 25 most intriguing players of the playoff special, which we also have coming. I want to talk about urgency. Urgency levels, because we have some teams that have a little bit of urgency with these 2015 playoffs. Do we have a rock song that happened like 40 years ago? Anything? Oh! Foreigner! We're officially an ESPN sports show because we're using a rock song from 35 years ago. So let's talk about the Spurs
Don't
first.
get fired, Bill.
Come on. The Spurs first. Urgency level for them, in your opinion.
High. I mean, this could be the last ride for Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili. They have Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, the best young combination of wing players in the league, both heading into free agency. Who knows what happens with Popovich if Duncan retires? I mean, and what's the one thing they've never done in 15, 18 years together? Repeat as champions. A lot of urgency.
I thought you were going to say make people like the Riverwalk.
I'm not commenting on the Riverwalk. No comment.
So let me get this right. The Spurs, with 5 championships, need to have urgency because they haven't won back-to-back ones?
Yes.
That's not urgency.
That's a media narrative.
Oh,
History,
my goodness.
history.
No question. The Spurs are playing with borrowed money, literally.
Wow.
Just think about this. Tim Duncan is going to go down as the greatest power forward ever. Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili will be in the Hall of Fame. Pop is going to go down one of the greatest coaches of all time if they never win another one. Kawhi Leonard has already been Finals MVP and will be a max player.
All right, next urgency level, we have the Bulls. This was Jalen's suggestion. Jalen, you thought the Bulls needed to be on this list. Why?
The opposite of the San Antonio Spurs. They have one of the best coaches in the league that we all know won't be there next year, and he's going to get a max deal with another team. They have a homecoming king in Derrick Rose that's trying to deliver a championship. Can he stay healthy? You have most improved player Jimmy Butler. Can he show up in the playoffs? Pau Gasol playing up front. The health of Noah, the health of Gibson, the emergence of Mirotic. A lot of questions for this Bulls team. If they play to a maximum level, they could knock off the Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round.
Next team, the Cavs. You feel like there's more urgency than Jalen feels like because we spoiled in the pre-show meeting. We know what our Chandler's takes are.
Well, I just feel like, look, the Cavs, it was like happy-go-lucky, LeBron's back, this is fun, and it could be a process, that's fine. Then they made all those midseason trades where they got Mozgov, Shumpert, Smith, and took off into the stratosphere. And when you're that good and the East is that bad, we just talked about it. Opportunities like this don't come around all the time. LeBron's 30. 42,000 career minutes. Kevin Love's a free agent. They can talk about it's a long process and David Blatt's a rookie. Like, this is there for the taking for them, and you got to take advantage.
I agree with you, but for all different reasons. The number one reason is that Kevin Love will be one and done with the Cavs.
Ooh.
So it's very important why you have one of the top
Is
players.
that a proclamation or a prediction?
I think he and Rajon Rondo will be Lakers next year.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
the Lakers
You
going to
know
find a way
things.
to
So when
add
you
both
say
of those
things like
players.
that, I always
Absolutely.
pay attention.
So because of that, he's considered to be having a down year. He's averaging 17 and 10. He's still one of the top 10 players in the Eastern Conference. You want to win while that guy's on your roster. LeBron doesn't have urgency. He took 2 weeks off during the year. He know all he has to do is win one championship. Not in Miami, under Riley, under Spo, there's urgency. You got to practice every day. You got to take off the 2 chains in practice. You got to compete on every play. And now you come back to Cleveland, all you have to do is deliver one championship for a major sport that hasn't happened for that city in, 50 or 60 years.
You have LeBron and Kyrie together, and they're healthy. And there's really 2 of the best 7 scorers in the league. They're on the same team. We don't know how many years in a row they're going to have this with those guys and the right people around them. And it's just set up. It just seems like it's on a platter. The Warriors, urgency.
I think higher than people might think, right? I mean, they're like a new team. They're kind of cool. Clay and Steph are young, but they've got Draymond Green heading into free agency, and they're going to be facing luxury tax penalties, which means they might have to trade a player. And Andre Iguodala and Andrew Bogut, 2 of the 6 or 7 most important guys on the team, are getting up there in years and have kind of bodies that may break down sooner or later. I mean, it's no guarantee that this particular team goes on forever. And by the way, they carry a lot of, like, the weight of history, right? They could be an all-time single-season team.
Yep.
They could, for once and for all, shut up all the loudmouths who say that a jump shooting team can't win the championship,
Yep.
even though 2 jump shooting teams just won championships.
No 2 jump shot shooting teams. The San Antonio Spurs do not play like the Golden State Warriors or like the Phoenix Suns played. I'm going to give you one position to show you the difference. Power forward. Draymond Green is spotted up around the three-point line, not creating offense. Tim Duncan is on the post, creating offense. Boris Diaw's on the post, creating offense. Kawhi Leonard is on the post, creating offense.
Did you think LeBron's Miami was a jump shooting team?
I think LeBron's, in theory,
Because he could go down there a little bit.
Yeah, they were inside out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And remember, he and Wade gave up shooting threes totally.
Yeah.
In order to attack the basket. While the Golden State and Tony Parker, their point guard, has led the league in points in the paint. They penetrate the basketball. Now, Golden State, like the old Suns, they play from the outside in. They have 2 top 10 scorers in their backcourt.
Last team, and last chance we get to hear this song from 1980. The Clippers! Oh, my God. See, this, I would rank the Clippers first on the urgency level because of DeAndre as a contract, free agent. Chris Paul. This is now 4 years that Chris and Blake have been together. It doesn't seem like it. This is year 4 with those guys. I'm not sold on this nucleus as a threesome. Are you?
The urgency from the Clippers comes from CP3 and DeAndre Jordan do what we want all players to do. They show up regular season games and actually play every night. Okay, what a noble idea.
Yeah.
Players playing every game. Among the league leaders in points and assists for CP, we know about DeAndre. I think he should be the Defensive Player of the Year. DeAndre, as you mentioned, going to be a free agent at the end of this year. But the urgency comes from Doc, the GM. You have those pillars on your basketball team, yet on the wing, they still have come up small. Hedo Turkoglu, Danny Granger, Grant Hill.
Why didn't you get a call? You're right here.
You draft multiple people between, or add 6'7" and 6'9". Now when you get into the playoffs, all of those wings get to load up against CP3 and wear him down to the point where now who's the backup point guard? Austin Rivers? That's the issue for the Clippers.